I have no idea the stuff here too. So, I mean, this is crazy. This makes no sense. Okay. Whatever. Your summit sits right there.
Thank you. Thank you for your attention, please. Good evening, everyone, and welcome. Welcome to the class 2026 commencement ceremony. My name is Dawn Teacher. I'm the Director of Assessment and Academic Enrichment Programs across iLearn schools. I'm also a former English teacher and middle school principal for Bergen, and some of my students are graduating tonight. I'm also a member of the New Jersey Legislature representing District 24 in the New Jersey General Assembly. And the legislature sends their best wishes to the class of 2026. It is my honor to be your MC for this occasion. We're gathered to celebrate the achievements of our outstanding graduates from Bergen, Passaic, and Paterson Arts and Science Charter Schools. Congratulations to each and every one of you. Now, please join me in welcoming the graduates as they proceed to their seats. So before we officially begin, we ask that all guests, families, students, and staff, we're going to just take a second to review some guidelines. Please remain seated throughout the ceremony. We kindly ask that you limit movement in and out of the seating area, and that restroom distance be kept to a minimum, not while speakers or presenters are at the podium. And most importantly, during the diploma presentation, we ask that all students and family members remain in your seats. Please do not approach the stage or the floor area at any time. Families are not permitted on the floor during the procession or the awarding of diplomas for safety concerns. Our photographers are taking great photos of your kids when they receive their awards and diplomas, and you will get those photos. You'll have access to those photos. So please enjoy from your seats, take photos, use Zoom, but we're going to send you really, really nice pictures of your kids. And with that being said, I would like to invite up Andrew Elias from Bergen. And Gianni Noensi from Paterson. Please rise for the national anthem. Who Wow, that was awesome. Thank you. Now, just prior to us announcing, and by the way, please all take your seats. Before I introduce our leader and CEO, there's another special guest who arrived that I'd like to invite up for just a moment to say hello. Please join me in welcoming Paterson Mayor Andre Sadi.
Before I begin, I often tell Dr. Leander Bergen that I want to make sure that we do a roll call to see who's here and who's the loudest. And then Dr. Bergen always says whoever is the loudest will get a special gift, courtesy and compliments of him. So at this time, let's see if Bergen Charter can be the loudest in this auditorium. The same charter. Purpose. So you're gonna be ready. So number 6. Sure. To athletes for a 2 for 25 special. How many of you are New York Knicks fans? Some Spurs fans are still a little upset what happened. And I'm sure you didn't get an opportunity to go to this parade today. But you're somewhere more important. You're celebrating your own championship. After 53 years, the New York Knicks finally won an NBA championship. And after 4 years, you won a charter school championship. The Alumni family, because every year I would think about saluting to you from the trees. Congratulations. And I'm sure if you really followed the finals, Game 4 wasn't going the way that we all wanted it to, especially in the first half. And the Knicks were down by, 29 points. How many of you turned off the television at that point? Good, because that's not the time to turn off the television. It's time to turn it up. As far as your enthusiasm is concerned, as far as your dedication is concerned, as far as your determination is concerned, you turned it up. You may have faced odds like the New York Knicks, but just like them, you proved everybody wrong against all odds. And one of the major reasons why you were able to celebrate this championship today is because the people who are in the audience, who are in the stands, and I call them your MVPs, most valuable parents. Lives, and then one day you can be MVPs if you choose to do so as well. So on behalf of the city of Paterson, I congratulate Bergen, Passaic, and of course Paterson, winning the Paterson Championship. And in 4 years, I know we'll be celebrating yet another championship in your lives. Congratulations.
So now it's my great privilege to introduce a visionary leader and the driving force behind our innovative accomplishments. iLearn School CEO, Dr. Bergen. As the CEO of iLearn School since 2008, Dr. Bergen has demonstrated his ability to take a visionary approach to education. He's dedicated to creating opportunities for students to succeed, and he believes in the power that education can transform lives. His passion for education is evident in all that he does, and he continues to strive for excellence in this field. Under his leadership, our schools have not only achieved remarkable milestones, but also set new standards in northern New Jersey for educational excellence. We are proud to have him as our leader, and please join me in welcoming Dr. Bergen.
Wow. Good evening, everyone. So I guess after that warm-up, my role is just to cool it down a little bit. Please, let's give another round of applause to our City of Paterson Mayor, and Passaic. He is not only committed to make the lives of Paterson City families and citizens better, but he is also very much committed to make public education in Paterson get better. And his support for charters for many years made a huge difference. For that, Mayor, thank you. Please keep fighting for us. I would like to ask another big round of applause for NC, please. How many schools, how many graduations gets an MC for an assemblywoman? Please, another big round of applause for his staff and attention. I also would like to ask everyone to really put your hands together for the coordinators, organizers of this amazing event, school administrators, central office team. Another big round of applause, please. What a special night. So good evening, everyone. To our board members, our school administrators and teachers, our families and friends, and most of all, to our graduates. Welcome to the proudest night of our year. Class of 2026. Look around you for a moment. Tonight, 3 school communities sit together as one family. Bergen, Passaic, and Paterson. Different districts, different cities, different stories, but one iLearn. Before I say anything else, let me say the most important thing. Congratulations, you did it. Yes. And graduates, before we go any further, please stand, turn to your families, and give them the round of applause that they have earned. No one walks across the stage alone. Please stand up only. Thank you. Now you may be seated. And thank you, parents, for your trust. And we will never disappoint you. Let me tell you something about how all of this began. A long time ago, before I was a CEO, before there was an iLearn school, I was a physics teacher. I stood in classroom in Turkey and later in Albania, half a world away from here, holding a piece of chalk and a simple belief: every child can learn and every child deserves a chance. I came to this country carrying that belief and not much else. Nearly 20 years ago, that belief became a single school with a handful of teachers and a long list of doctors. Today, it is 21 campuses, more than 6,500 students, and the graduating class sitting in front of me right now. Very soon, our iLearn family will celebrate 20 years. 20 years of first day of school. 20 years of science Olympiads and college acceptance letters. 20 years of families trusting us with what they love most in this world. And here is what I want you to understand. You are the proof. Every diploma we present tonight answers a question I asked myself 20 years ago. Was it worth it? Class of 2026, you are the answer. Yes. 1,000 times, yes. Now, let's talk about the world you are walking into. You are graduating into the most digital era in human history. Artificial intelligence writes codes, calculates, and creates. The phone in your pocket holds more answers than every library I had growing up combined. Some people find it frightening. I do not. And I don't want you to either. But I want you to hear one thing clearly tonight. And I want you to carry it with you long after the caps come down. The most advanced technology in this room is not in your pockets. It is you. A machine can give you information. It cannot give you wisdom. A machine can give you answers to your question. It cannot ask the one that truly matters. A machine can connect devices. Only you can connect parts. So, tonight, I'm not going to give you a list of careers to chase, apps to download. The tools will change 100 times before your story is finished. Instead, I leave you with 3 skills that will never expire. 3 skills that will be your advantage in any room, in any decade, in any economy. First, stay curious. Curiosity is the engine of every discovery, every invention, every breakthrough. In our classrooms, you learn to ask why. Never stop. In a world where machines have all the answers, the advantage belongs to the people who ask better questions. Answers are everywhere now. Great questions, those are still rare. Make them your specialty. Second, stay connected. There are more digital our world becomes, the more valuable human connection gets. Looking someone in the eye, listening, truly listening, when it would be easier to scroll. Working with people who don't think like you and finding strength in that difference. You practice this every day in our diverse hallways. And believe me, that was not an accident. It was the curriculum. Your skills will open doors, your warmth will keep them open. And lastly, third, stay human. Integrity when no one is watching. Empathy when it costs you something. Courage when it will be easier to stay quiet. And here's the truth about the digital age. Technology will amplify whoever you are. So be someone worth amplifying. Stay curious, stay connected, stay human. That's the whole speech. Everything else is commentary. Class of 2026, you hold a special place in our history. You're the class that carries iLearn schools into its third decade. When we light the candles on our 20th anniversary, we will look at where you are in colleges, in laboratories, in studios, in service of our school communities, and we will measure our 20 years for your future. We spent 2 decades building schools for you. Now, go spend yours building a world for the students who will come after you. That is how this works. That is how it has always worked. Let me end here where I began. 20 years ago, a physics teacher with a piece of chalk believed in students he had not yet met. Tonight, that teacher stands in front of you, prouder than any words in any language can say. Use technology as your tool, never as your replacement. Let it amplify your skills, but let your humanity define your future. Congratulations. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Merchant. Now it is my pleasure to introduce tonight's keynote speaker, Dr. Kevin Zorba. Dr. Zorba's journey to the stage is one that will resonate deeply with every graduate in this room because it's a story of reinvention, perseverance, and the courage to keep reaching. He spent more than 15 years in education with roots right here in our charter school community. He played an instrumental role in opening 3 charter schools and served 5 years in iLearn schools. He was the principal of Passaic Arts and Science Charter School Clifton campus and an assistant principal of Passaic Arts and Science Charter High School. And in these roles, he worked alongside students, families, and staff to build the kind of learning environments where young people could truly thrive. But Dr. Zorba wasn't finished learning himself. Driven by a lifelong commitment to service, he made the bold decision to pivot, pursuing medicine while continuing to work in lead. He completed pre-med studies at William Paterson University, then earned his medical degree from New York Institute of Technology College of Osteopathic Medicine. He is now matched into an internal medicine residency at Valley Health System in Paramus, New Jersey, where he will continue his work serving patients and communities. So we can all learn a bit from his path. From computer science student across an entire ocean to charter school leader in New Jersey to physician is proof that the journey is rarely a straight line and that it's never too late to pursue a new calling. Graduates, as you walk across the stage today, we invite you to receive his story. Please welcome Dr. Kevin Zorba.
Hello everyone, it's nice to be back home. It was my home almost 4 years ago. Before I left, I was sitting right here as among yourself, and now I'm here standing as a physician. So today I would like to give a couple of messages in this speech, and how I made a huge career change, and I hope this will make some impression. So there's one line that I would like to emphasize at the end. So good evening, everyone. I would like to begin by thanking our CEO, Dr. Bergen, board members, administrators, teachers, staff members, families, and of course the graduating class of 2026. And it's truly an honor to be here with you on this special day. If someone truly tells me 10 years ago that I will be standing here today as a future physician, preparing my internal medicine residency, I will probably have laughed at them. They do. At that time, I was not studying medicine. I was a school principal. My days were spent helping students prepare for their futures, supporting teachers, meeting with parents, and working to build schools where young people would succeed. I had already spent more than 15 years in education as a teacher, administrator, and principal. By most definition, I was successful. I love my work. I love my students, and I was making it in people's lives. Yet, there was one problem. I still had a dream that I had never pursued. A dream that quite stayed with me for years. A dream of becoming a physician. Tonight, I want to share the story of how a school principal became a medical student and what that journey taught me about dreams, courage, perseverance, and the power of starting. The first lesson I learned is this: your first dream does not have to be your final dream. Many of you feel pressure to have your entire life figured out today. You may think that the college you choose today, the major you select, the first job you accept will determine the rest of your life. I'm here to tell you that it does not. When I was sitting where you are today, I never imagined that one day I would become a physician. My journey took a very different path. I became a teacher, then an administrator, then a school principal. I spent more than 15 years in education, helping students achieve their dreams, and I loved it. But life has a way of surprising you. As the years passed, I discovered another dream that was still inside me, the dream of becoming a doctor. Many people assume that once you choose a path, you must stay on it forever. But the growth does not work that way. Your interests evolve. Your experiences will change you. New opportunities will appear that you cannot even imagine today. The goal is not to have your entire life planned out. The goal is to keep learning, keep growing, and have the courage to follow new opportunities when they appear. Once I made the decision to pursue medicine, I quickly realized that dreams require action. I spent years in education, but still I wanted to complete the science courses to get into medical school. So in 2018, I decided to take some courses at Paterson University to apply medical school. And within that 3-4 years, I finished entire biology degree. It was not easy. Many days started early in the morning and ended late at night. I will spend the day leaving a school, then attend classes in the evening, or complete coursework online after my family had gone to school. There were moments when the journey felt overwhelming. I was balancing a career, family responsibilities, and the demands of becoming a student again. Most of my classmates were much younger than I was, but of course, each course complete brought me to do this one step closer to my goal. People often see the white coat right here. They don't see the late nights, the sacrifices, and the years of preparation that came before it. But I learned during that time that big dreams are rarely accomplished all at once. That's very important. It's hard to get all at once. They are achieved with small, consistent steps taken day after day. And even when the progress feels slow. After 4 years of hard work, I graduated from Paterson University in 2022 with a second bachelor's degree in biology and almost 4.0 GPA. For me, that diploma represented much more than the academic achievement. It represented courage to begin all over again. It was proof that the growth does not have an age limit, and it is never too late to pursue the dream that is in your heart. Eventually, those years spent studying science courses led to the next step, medical school. Getting accepted into medical school was a dream come true. But it was only the beginning of the journey. Medical school is a 4-year commitment that challenges you academically, physically, and emotionally. The first 2 years are focused on the core medical sciences. The final 2 years are spent in hospitals and clinics caring for the real patients. I still remember my first birthday in an anatomy lab, standing there learning about the complexity of the human body. I felt both humbled and inspired. One of the most important lessons I learned from medical school was that success required consistent effort, self-discipline, and clear sense of purpose. There are no shortcuts. There were many mornings when my alarm went off long before sunrise. I would get in my car, begin the long drive to Long Island, or one of the hospitals in New York City. Some people see a commute a wasted time. I saw it differently. Every mile became a classroom. I listened to lectures, review medical concepts, prepare for the exams while driving. My car became an extension of my classroom. Many times I would arrive at school already having completed an hour or two of study before my day even started. Looking back, I learned that success is often hidden in the small decisions we make every day. You don't always need more time. Sometimes you simply need to use the time you already have wisely. There are also times that my children will ask me, "Dad, do you have homework tonight?" That's happening a lot. Then the answer was always, of course, yes. While they were doing homework at the kitchen table, their dad was doing homework too. I always smile at that moment. Here I was, a school principal and father, studying alongside with my own children. Those moments remind me that learning never stops. No matter your age, your title, your accomplishments, there is always something new to learn and another level to reach. There are many nights I studied until I fell asleep at my computer. I would wake up with a numb shoulder, stiff neck, with tired eyes. But every morning I reminded myself why I started this journey. I knew every lecture completed, every exam passed, and every patient encounter brought me to one step closer to my goal. The clinical years were some of the most rewarding experiences of my life. Some days I wasn't afraid to ask me where I'm going. Like 2 years ago, I was in the classroom, observing teachers, helping students, and 2 years later, I was afraid to do some surgery in research. Other days, I was in the emergency department helping care for the patient during their most difficult times. I spent time in labor and delivery, witnessing the joy of new life entering into the busy world. As the months turned into years, the days seemed to be planned together. Early mornings, long commutes, lectures, exams, hospital rounds, and countless hours of studying. Yet with every passing day, I was becoming the physician that I had dreamed of becoming. As medical school entered its final years, another important challenge began, the residency application. Like thousands of medical schools across the country, I applied in many residency programs, got many interviews. And the program directors always asked about the grades, course scores, and other things, but mine was totally different. One program director looked at my application and said, "Tell me how the footprints of the end up in the medical." For the next several minutes, we mainly talked about grades or test scores. We talked about purpose. We talked about taking risks. We talked about leaving behind something comfortable in order to pursue something meaningful. As I left those interviews, I realized something powerful. For years, I thought my time in education was a completely separate chapter of my life, but it wasn't. Every student I mentored, every teacher I supported, every difficult decision I made as a principal had prepared me for the medicine. My years as a teacher taught me how to communicate. My years as an administrator taught me how to solve problems. My years as a principal taught me how to lead under pressure, listen carefully, and serve others. I have not left those experiences behind by entering medical field. I brought them with me. What once seemed like unusual path actually became one of my greatest strengths. And that taught me another lesson. Sometimes the experiences that make you different are the very things that make you valuable. Nothing in life is wasted. The experiences you gain along the way often become the foundation of the opportunity you cannot see it. As I stand before you today, I realize that my journey is far from over. Just like many of you, I just started my new chapter of my life. I also had a graduation a few weeks ago. Just like you're sitting here, I was sitting in another graduation. And this Monday, I started my lessons from Valley Hospital. Some of you will be in college, some will enter the workforce, some will serve in the military, some may still be deciding what path to take. No matter what path you choose, strive for excellence. As I think back on my own educational journey, I still clearly remember one lesson from my freshman year of college. One of the professors asked every student in the class to bring an image, regular image. And almost 50 students, they all brought one image to the class. And then the professor collected all of them in a basket. And then he asked everybody, now find your image. And everybody looked at each other, how are you going to find it? Mixed up. So the lesson here, in life, you don't want to be just an image in the basket. You want to differentiate yourself. You want to develop qualities to make you unique, valuable, and memorable. You want to be known for your character, your work ethic, your kindness, your leadership, and your commitment to excellence. In today's competitive world, many people will have similar degrees, similar training, and similar opportunities. What will set you apart is who you are. Be the orange that's done in the basket. You are graduating during a time when the world is changing so fast. The jobs you will hope make now exist today. In a medical field now, we are talking into radiologists or pathologists who have jobs in the next 10 years. So it's changing. Careers will evolve. Opportunities will appear that you cannot yet imagine. What will matter is your character, your resilience, your adaptability, and your willingness to keep learning. 20 years from now, your life may look very different from what you imagine today. Don't be afraid of that. If someone had told me 10 years ago that I would have a successful career as a school principal, earn a secondary degree in biology, graduate with almost as a president to become an internal doctor and a future of a cardiologist, I will have never been believed in. Some of the greatest opportunities in my country was you have never planned. So dream boldly, work hard, serve others, differentiate yourself, excellent. And remember, it's never too late to reinvent yourself and become the person you were meant to be. Congratulations to us all.
Thank you, Dr. Zorba. And now we will hear some brief remarks from three very, very special students, our valedictorians. First, from Passaic Arts and Science Charter School, we welcome.
Good afternoon, faculty, staff, and families. Buenas tardes a todos. My name is Alumni, and I'm truly honored to have the opportunity to speak before you today as class of 2026 Valedictorian. We are here to celebrate an accomplishment that will last a lifetime. So congratulations to the class of 2026. We finally made it to the day we all wanted. We reached what we once believed was our end, but it was only one step we're taking that led us to what we want to achieve. We all wanted the day to come as fast as possible, but now that it's here, knowing it's one of the last times we spend together with the people we grew up with from kindergarten all the way through high school, and those who joined along the way, we start to remember the moments together. We'll remember the moments we created in the classroom with our teachers, the lessons that challenged us, the conversations that shaped us, and the encouragement that kept us going. We remember studying with our friends for a test we just found out about, or maybe the right existed, turning stress to teamwork and somehow ending in long laughter. We'll remember the lunch periods filled with random conversations, inside jokes that made no sense to anyone else, and the small ordinary moments that now I won't forget. Now, here we are, fixing each other's crack caps before walking the stage. Our end goal was never about graduating, but instead about all the memories we created along the way. Not realizing all the bells, all the days, and all the years spent together will bring us closer to one of the end of our chapters. As this chapter closes, the next chapter may look different for each of us. When we leave here today, whether to college, to the military, straight into a job, or paving our own career paths, we are turning a page that holds so many memories that will forever be cherished. One day, we'll see each other accomplishing our dreams, becoming lawyers, doctors, teachers, mayors, or whatever we choose to be. It will never be an achievement or goal that's solely religious. Even if the goal was to wake up on time, pass a class, and get a job, it's small things we do each and every day that lead us to our own definition of success. A success that we should be proud of, we envisioned it and made it happen. If we strive and put our minds to it, it will amaze us on what we can accomplish. Never let anyone tell you otherwise or just more than that, prove to yourself that you can achieve anything you set out. And also, nunca dejes los logros de alguien más aparte. Never let other achievements overshadow your own. No matter the size, every achievement should be celebrated because a mountain can be climbed in a single step. It's the small wins, the small sacrifices each and every day that lead us to our own dreams. So, as we run the stage today, we walk it one step at a time. And before I end, I'm going to take a moment to thank the Paterson community. A special thank you to Mr. Charlie, Mr. Coviello, Ms. Zadie, Ms. Mark. And to my coaches, my coaches. More than anything, we learned a second from Miguel, who has given us everything, even when they didn't have it. My gracias por todo su apoyo, su sacrificio, por siempre creer en mí, mis abuelos y mis padres son como son mis padres. Gracias por apoyarme y siempre animarme y estar aquí hoy. And of course, my ultimate inspiration comes from my best friends, my sisters. They always told me I could do it, always believed in me, even when I didn't believe in myself. Without them and my parents, I wouldn't be here today. So if you ever thought you can't, I stand here before you to say you can. You can't chase your dreams, you can't climb that mountain, your own mountain, as long as you believe. Thank you, everybody. Congratulations again to the class.
Thank you, Emily. And next, from Paterson Arts and Science Charter High School, Fabrizio Palano.
Good evening, families, staff members, honored guests, and most importantly, the class of 2026. This evening, as I stand before you, I don't see GPAs or rankings. I see stories. Stories of students who carry much more on their shoulders than just a backpack. I see students who cared for their siblings and worked after school to help support their families. Students who doubted themselves but kept showing up anyways. I also see resilience, sacrifice, and a class that refused to quit. Let's take a moment to acknowledge the heroes behind the scenes. To the custodians who arrived early and stayed long after we left. The cafeteria workers who prepared more meals every day. The security guards who kept us safe. Office staff and counselors who answered questions, solved problems, and kept everything running. To our teachers, thank you. Thank you for always believing in us. You taught us far more than just posted on Schoology and written in your lesson plans. You taught us discipline, patience, perseverance, and sometimes, whether we realize it or not, you taught us how to become adults. Ms. Romano, thank you. Something that extends far beyond narratives, conjunctions, and punctuation. You taught me that vulnerability is not a weakness to be hidden, but a strength to be embraced. I would also like to recognize some extraordinary accomplishments. Graduates who are wearing their associate's degrees while still in high school. Those who count themselves with college level work, participating in newly enrollment courses. And those who are in the field of biliteracy and prove the value of speaking more than one language. These accomplishments represent countless hours of hard work and determination. Congratulations. To Mr. Sevens, Ms. Jendai, and Mr. Kaplan, thank you for guiding the school and creating new opportunities for us to grow. All the parents, thank you. Thank you for every early morning, late night, and sacrifice you made when nobody was watching. Everything we are is built on the runway you created. And to my classmates, thank you for allowing me to walk this journey beside you. This honor may have my name attached to it, but it belongs to all of us. Fellow graduates, as we take flight and spread our own wings, the world will tell us many things. It will tell us how high we can fly. It will tell us who we should be, but don't listen. Remember where you depart from, the people who helped you get here. Remember the storms that nearly blew you off course, but didn't. And remember that a great future belongs to those willing to work hard for it and set their sights to the sky. Years from now, we won't remember every test or essay. What we will remember is staying up all night to memorize every detail for our chemistry assignments and presentations, and getting empanadas from the diner across the street. I'd like to share something about myself. My story is not written in a single home or neighborhood. It was written in Paterson, Edison, and Trenton, and Hamilton, in trains that traveled over 120 miles each day to bring me to and from school. It was written at kitchen tables that changed from time to time, in a sleepover bag that moved under different roofs. There were days when the warmth of a public building became more than just a place of study. nights when the library lights stayed on longer than the lights out. And the basics of daily life suddenly vanished. Yet all of these challenges taught me valuable lessons. They taught me gratitude and resilience. They taught me how to keep my eyes fixed on the future, especially when the present felt unbearable. There were moments when I questioned myself, but every morning the train still arrived and so did I. I didn't arrive at this moment alone. The truth is, none of us did. Behind every single one of us, there are people who carry us when we could not carry ourselves. And at this time, I would like to honor my family by speaking the language I was raised in. Mamá, papá y Sebastián, por favor, pónganse de pie. Soy Fabricio quien te habla. Hace algunos años guardé estas palabras para este momento. Me prometí que si algún día llegaba a este escenario, te las diría. Hoy por fin puedo cumplir esa promesa. A pesar del Alzheimer y el Parkinson, siempre serás una persona importante para mí. Me enseñaste que el amor de un padre siempre se expresa con grandes discursos, ni fuerza brutal ni machismo, sino ayudando a sus hijos, sin importar la edad y las dificultades. Aunque la enfermedad haya cambiado muchas cosas, jamás podrá borrar los recuerdos de padre que eres. Llevo conmigo tu apellido y el orgullo de ser tu hijo. Mamá, gracias por tu crianza criolla, tan peruana y tan madura conmigo. Me enseñaste resiliencia. Te he visto superar más de 8 cirugías y vencer el cáncer. Enfrentar las dificultades de llegar a un país nuevo, por muchos reconocidos. Me enseñaste que cuando la vida te derriba, uno se levanta, se limpia bien las rodillas y sigue para adelante. Muchos reconocimientos que reciban, por muchos logros que alcancen, siempre se cree que el mayor logro será intentar parecerme un poco a la mujer que me crió. Gracias por ser nuestros. Y a mi hermano Sebastián, gracias por crecer a mi lado y formar una parte tan importante de mi historia. Los amo mucho. Chica, sé que lamentablemente no estás aquí, pero cuando mami mande el video para Perú, quiero que sepas, aunque estés lejos, siempre has estado conmigo. Gracias por tus oraciones, por tu amor, y por cuidarnos cuando éramos pequeños. A toda mi familia y a los que están aquí hoy, ese logro también es suyo. Y hoy ese sacrificio tiene su recompensa. As I close this speech, my story is just beginning. My name is Fabricio Jose Calatayud Stanchas. I'm a Paterson I'm a proud son of Peruvian immigrants and the first in my family. Week, I'm doing studying civil engineering at Siemens Institute of Technology. On a full ride, I can return as a civil engineer and get back into the community that shaped me. El futuro es nuestro. Now it is time to make our missions a reality. And wherever life takes us next, I hope we continue to dream boldly, work tirelessly, and appreciate those who supported us along the way. Thank you and congratulations to class of 2020.
That was wonderful. Thank you. Thank you. And last but never least, our valedictorian from Bergen Arts and Science Charter High School. Please join me in welcoming Elisa Sagan.
Good afternoon to all of our 2026 graduates, teachers, friends, and family. As the day led up to graduation, I took a good amount of time to think about what to say to all of you, as I have everything to say but no way to say it. When looking back at my own class, there are many of us who have been enrolled at Bergen Charter since kindergarten, and it's crazy to think about. And when looking at myself, I can't believe the fact that I've been with this school and with all of you guys since first grade. Italian novelist and poet Cesare Pavese once said, "We do not remember days, we remember moments." It has been 4,307 days since I started at Bergen Charter. And while I certainly can't remember every day, I always remember the small moments and memories made along the way. Some of us in this room have known each other since elementary, middle, or even just high school. Even so, each minute spent in the school tells a different story for each and every one of us graduating today. And there will be many memories all of us will look back at. Some of us go all the way back to elementary school and will remember the days when we all went outside during recess with our friends. Some of us will look back to middle school and remember the times we goofed around when there was a substitute teacher, or remember the lunches we had full of food being thrown, laughing at many corny jokes, and the small drama that would be forgotten in a week's time. Some of us will also remember and look back to when COVID put us into lockdown, and how we used to hop on Roblox and play together while staying on FaceTime for hours on end. There will also be memories from high school we look back to, whether that was when all of us sat at two tables to watch the 2022 World Cup during lunch, or when we all dressed up nicely to enjoy the nights out coming to the prom. It might even be the small memories, like the inside jokes we used to laugh about with our friends, and the times we used to gather to play a lot, just to spend a little bit more time before sports. Some of us will remember when Mr. Resor scared us with the dead cats he had in his closet, the reenacting Romeo and Juliet in freshman year English, or the time when Amelia would yell at us to get to class. All of these experiences bring us together, and even when all of us go our different paths, whether that's 5 or 500 miles away, we will all remember the memories that built up to this exact moment. Now, as we graduate today, we're all flipping the page and starting a new chapter in our lives, whether that's going to college, trade school, the military, or even just starting a new job. Before we go on with our lives, I think it's also important to recognize that none of us got here alone. As much as today celebrates all of us graduating, there's also credit that belongs to the people that helped us make it to today. To my biggest support system, to my mom and dad, who were there to drive me to school and back. And supported me through every little struggle. To all my teachers, counselors, staff members, who were there to push me to success, even if it was through the smallest actions. To all my friends and classmates who I used to sit with during class or lunch, laughing about the smallest jokes, or just motivating one another to get one more test in the field of this class. All these people in my life and our lives made the daily 7 hours a lot more memorable. When we look back on high school, we will think about all our achievements, but behind each achievement, there was someone there to support you, no matter how big or small, who helped us keep moving forward, day by day, step by step. There will be many opportunities ahead. It is what we do with those opportunities that will determine our life's path. 2nd century Roman emperor and Stoic philosopher Marcus Aurelius once said, "It is not death a man should fear, but he should fear never being to live." We are very fortunate to be here, living in peace amongst each other, and hopefully we can continue carrying our knowledge and achievements to follow our dreams and create a more peaceful world amongst us. Let's seize every opportunity we can and live with the courage it takes to feel the most alive. After all, as Carol Lewis also once said, in the end, we only regret the chances we didn't take. And now that we're all here today in our last few hours in the same room with the same people we have spent the last 2 years with, I want to finish off by saying thank you. Thank you to everyone I've spent time with over the past 12 years. Thank you to iLearn Schools Administration and to Bergen Charter. Thank you to my family, friends, student leaders, teachers, coaches, and all of you guys sitting in the council today for making all of our experiences together worth looking back on and cherishing for the rest of our lives. I wish everyone here the best of luck wherever life may take you. Congratulations again to the class of 2022.
Thank you, Elisa. And at this time, we would like to recognize some special students and staff. Request Dr. Bergen and the high school directors, Mr. Schilling, Mr. City, and Mr. Savage, to please come to the stage. So we would first like to acknowledge the salutatorians of each class. Please come to the stage when I call your name. First, from Bergen Arts and Science Charter High, congratulations to Emma Nguyen. Second, please congratulate Emiliano Taveras. And from Paterson, we have a Swooper, they're exhibits high. We have Matthew Infante and Peyton Green. Next, let's take a moment to acknowledge and thank our high school senior advisors and college and career guidance counselors. Their support has been invaluable to our seniors. We're deeply grateful for all you've done. Senior advisors, please come to the stage. Bergen, Ms. Felici, and Ms. Murata. Stage from Bergen, Mr. Alejandro P. Passaic, Dr. Vincent Shaheen, and Ms. Fatima Otto. And from Paterson, Ms. Charlotte Jones and Ms. Welcome. Now there's a special recognition from her days as a student athlete, foreign exchange student, and class president to her current role as a businesswoman. Alexandra Vargas, Bergen Arts and Science Charter Alumni Class of 2018, who was my student incidentally as well, is honored to present the alumni speech at this year's graduation. After earning a bachelor's degree in public relations from Montclair State University, Alexandra founded her own content creation business, Studio by Fresca, where she produces visual content for weddings and brand activations. Never one to shy away from sharing her story, she now looks forward to inspiring your class to dream big. Please welcome me in joining Alexandra Vargas.
Oh my goodness, I'm actually super nervous. The last time I delivered my senior speech, it was at Bergen High. Not even like 150 people, and now I can't believe I'm standing here in front of all these people. Oh my goodness. So, good evening, graduates, families, faculty, and staff, and first and foremost, congratulations to the class of 2026. Take a moment and look around this room. The people sitting beside you have experienced many of the same late nights, stressful moments, accomplishments, and memories that brought you here today. This is a moment that only happens once, so I hope you take a second to truly be present and really soak it in. Being invited to deliver the alumni speech for this graduating class feels especially meaningful because my younger brother, Blake Archilla, from the Bergen High. It's my baby, guys. It's my baby. Watching him reach this milestone has been incredibly special, and having the opportunity to stand here and celebrate this moment alongside him is something I'll never forget. And since I somehow managed to get a microphone tonight, I have to give one quick shout out to our Bergen High boys soccer and boys volleyball team, because literally every time I attended one of Blake's games, I was always blown away by the dedication, teamwork, and brotherhood that you all showed on the field, on the court, and I truly hope that that never goes away. You guys represented Bergen High so well, and this is coming from a very proud teacher fan who is cheering you guys on every single second of the way. Now on to the speech. 8 years ago, when I sat exactly similar to where you guys are today, I decorated my graduating path with 4 simple words. It was writing my next chapter. At 18 years old, I thought I had already written my next chapter. I was going to attend my dream school, Monmouth University, and I was going to major in journalism. And I was going to be the first in my family to actually move away from college. I had the whole story planned out in the shebang as every 18-year-old did. And unfortunately, that's not what happened. Life just had other plans. Just 2 weeks before moving day, everything changed, and I found myself transferring to my Plan B school. At this time, it felt like my story was falling apart before it had even begun. As the years went on, things didn't get exactly much easier. I didn't graduate in 4 years like I thought I was supposed to. I didn't make as many friends as I imagined I would. I didn't maintain the perfect 4.0 GPA that I worked so hard my whole academic career. And I didn't get to stay as involved in extracurricular activities as I had hoped as well. As someone who spent most of her life chasing perfection, I truly struggled with all of it. I grew up believing that success meant always needing to be strong, always having a plan, and always moving forward without missing a step. But for the first time in my life, I actually felt very stuck. And that's when I learned something important. Sometimes the chapter you plan isn't the chapter you're meant to live. The beautiful thing about life is that when the story changes, you get to pick up the pen and keep writing. Slowly but surely, I started doing exactly that. While working 2 jobs and attending college full time, I began rebuilding my confidence one step at a time. And at 19 years old, I saved enough money to buy my first car. It might sound super simple, but for me, it was proof that I was actually capable of accomplishing things on my own. Then came academics. After struggling through multiple semesters and watching my GPA fall to a 1.2, I had a choice to make. I could accept that as this is the end of my story, or I could write something different. So I started showing up. I attended tutoring sessions, I used academic resources that were available to me, and I asked for help when I needed it, something that I always struggled with being the oldest daughter. And little by little, things began to change. But perhaps the more meaningful part of my college experience wasn't improving my grades, it was becoming an academic mentor. Many of the students I worked with were facing similar challenges to my own and were on the verge of academic suspension. I wanted them to know that the setbacks weren't the end of their story. That a GPA does not define your worth, that struggling does not make you a failure, and that sometimes the strongest people in the room are the ones who choose to keep going when things get difficult. Over time, I had the opportunity to mentor nearly 70 students. While I hoped I was helping them, the truth is that they were helping me too. They taught me resilience, they taught me a changing perspective, and they helped me discover my purpose. In January 2025, I finally graduated from Montclair State University. And when I crossed that stage, I wasn't thinking about how long it took me to get there. I was thinking about the journey. The girl who struggled with public transportation, the girl who worked at a bagel shop while also being a nanny, the girl who felt like she didn't have everything figured out, and the girl who thought she had somehow fallen behind, actually made it. Looking back now, I wish I could hug my 18-year-old self and tell her that everything's going to be okay. I would tell her that not every dream comes out truly exactly the way we imagine it, but that doesn't mean we should stop dreaming. I would tell her that one day she would meet incredible people, step into rooms she'd never imagined she belonged into, and start her own business and stand in front of hundreds of people delivering a speech yet again that I didn't see coming. Most importantly, I would tell her that life's greatest moments often come from the chapters we never planned to write. So class of 2026, as you begin your next chapter, I will leave you guys with this. Dream big, work hard, be ambitious, but don't become so focused on the destination that you forget to enjoy the journey. We live in a world that constantly tells us to move faster, achieve more, and to always think about what's next. But some of the most important moments in your life will happen when you slow down long enough to ask yourself, what kind of life do I actually want to build? Take risks, get uncomfortable, try things sincerely, and give yourself permission to fail. Because every experience, good or bad, becomes part of your story. And one day, those challenges you wish you could skip may become the very chapters you're most proud of. 8 years ago, I thought life was about following the script I had already written. What I learned is that life is really about having the courage to keep writing when the story changes. So class of 2026, write boldly, write through the uncertainty, write through the setbacks, write through the chapters that don't go according to plan. Because one day, you'll look back and realize that the pages you almost wanted to tear out became the most important parts of your story. Congratulations, class of 2026. I can't wait to see what you guys are.
Since 2022, iLearn Schools has proudly distributed a total of $120,000 in scholarships to 60 deserving seniors. This year, we're excited to continue this tradition by awarding an additional $32,000 in scholarships. 16 students, evenly spread across each of our high schools, will each receive a $2,000 academic scholarship to help support their further education and career goals. The scholarship is designed to promote academic advancement and professional development among iLearn Schools students. All eligible seniors apply for this one-time scholarship, with recipients determined through a comprehensive 3-month selection process. So I am proud and honored to announce our 2026 iScholar recipients. So can I please invite Dr. Bergen, Mr. Zinni, and our Bergen Board Chair, Mr. Henderson Rivera. Okay, our Bergen winners. First, David Exos. Jennifer Wood. Jessica Julick. Isabella Mesa. Dwayne Romero. Now, next, let's invite up Mr. Chelik and the Passaic Board Chair, Ono David. to present the check for Passaic. So our student winners from Passaic are Emily Herrera, Yolanda Tremedian, Siglali Montalvo, Jennifer Nina, Sarahi Rodriguez, and Emiliano Tavares. And next, I would like to invite Mr. Savage and Paterson Board Chair, Ms. Nilda Carter, to present to our Paterson winning students. Our winning students from Paterson are Fabrizio Calabria, there we go. Sayra Hopkins. Gianni Blessing. Amy Ventura. Congratulations again to our iScholar recipients. We hope that this money will be very helpful in supporting your continued success. Next, we have a special video montage showcasing the memorable moments of our graduates' journey. We kindly ask for your attention and we ask for your silence during the viewing.
Drinking. Class of 2026, everyone's problem.
I've been like 10 years. I've been up with a lot of this. Yeah, very true. Everyone knows each other. Everyone takes care of each other.
My school is very unique. It's very cool.
I'm gonna have a lifetime that won't forever.
I love all my teachers.
Supporting us when we need it. I've found so many times where teachers have been my safe space. Teachers are there so helpful.
gotta be one of the top classes they have taught. You know, to be success in the future.
Wish was to be the best academically, athletically, socially, ready to move on and take a step. Surgeon.
For the future, but accidentally you can't do it as a baby. If you need anything, you could always reach back out to us.
I really wish you guys the best. Congratulations.
Much success in the future. It was right in your best judgment. Great news is like teaching the whatever you ask for, or maybe I want to leave.
You know, something with the classroom that makes it very exciting. In the future, I want to be an anesthesiologist, going for pre-med next year in college in Canada University. Going to Rutgers University, studying psychology.
Brings up me that's right. First of all, it's the university. I do all of this for my mom. Just to simple.
Seek those opportunities. I'm happy that they're going into their careers. I'm very proud of them. I'm going to miss them. And start believing in yourself. As a parent and as a second, that your future is built on the choices you made today.
Congratulations, seniors. It was incredible seeing you guys go throughout the years.
It has been a pleasure creating your yearbook and making sure that your memories last a lifetime. Thank you for your support. Thank you for your patience. I know it's been a lot.
And I was like, myself, thanks. Dear students, congratulations. We have full product for teacher in high school after 2 series. I just love it with my friends.
Your name and your chapter and my guide. In the future, I'd like to hold my own business.
I will be pursuing civil engineering at Stevens.
After graduating, I'll be going to student university if they want some ends.
I'm so happy to be able to celebrate this day.
It was also just the beginning.
Many more to let you know out there.
Ooh, I'm very excited. I'm ready to get out of here.
Should we move to this? The class of 2026 is where towards graduation, successful.
Congratulations, everyone. I know it's been a long couple of years, but we're already proud.
That was a great reminder of how you all got here today. And now the moment we've all been waiting for, a presentation. And then as a reminder, we ask that all family members please stay seated. Again, please don't approach the stage or floor area at any time. We will begin with Passaic Arts and Science Charter School. Mr. Chuck, Mr. Colella, Miss Saidi on stage, and Miss Sanchez will read the names.
Okay.
And now presenting class of 2026, Passaic Arts and Science Charter High School. Ariel Abreu Gatón. Mary Ayapeca. Sundos Palatria. Christopher Albino. Ben Alvarez Rico. Isaac Arias. Anthony Aventano. Rose Avila. Joyce Baez. Mariana Butler. Jonathan Cabrera. Diego Cabrera Castillo. Edward Carrero. Marco Cotlam. Xavier Frique. Abraham Diaz. Asaya Dixon. Tiana Esquea. Jada Freeman. Jonathan Frias Martinez. Luis Gabriel. Emily Garcia. Melissa Garcia Cardoso. Adenis Ed. Adrian Gonzalez. Jacob Gonzalez. Daniel Guzman. Diego Hernandez. James Hernandez. Valeria Hernandez. Emily Herrera. Romari Cristiano. Ariana Thompson. Kareem Ismail. Melanie Dominion. Ramirez. Zachary Jurado. Eileen Liano Huerta. Hannah Leonor. Darlene Elizardo. Christopher Mitchell. Cetlani Montalvo. Brianna Imani Moscoso. Arixa Mona. Nia Miles. Darlene Mina. Albert Nova. Jaden Ortega. Azucena Padilla Acosta. Calvin Figueroa. Shamil Perez. Erica Pimentel Garcia. Michaela Pinero. Leila Polanco. Haley Ponce. Jacqueline Isalo. Adriana Ramirez. Felix Reyes. Alexa Rodriguez. Sarai Rodriguez. Ashley Rosario. Saraya Sam. Saraya Sam. Elizabeth Santana. Isaiah Sarita Montero. Juan Suarez Acateco. Emiliano Taveras. Edson Zapatoya. Brian Castro. The St. Martin Science Charter High School.
Congratulations. And next we have Paterson Arts and Science Charter School. Mr. Savage, Mr. Cabot, Mr. Gagne on stage, And Ms. Romano to read the names.
Wildcats, are you ready? Like Alexandra, I'm nervous too. Softer, I'm sorry. Thank you. Emily Isa Abedraba. Laura Alijon. Wissam Rashad Al-Qurashi. Emily Alcantara. Marley Mariah Almeida Vargas. Rayleigh Arias. Eileen Ayala Castillo. Alanis Ariana Mahana. Mindy Benitez Sanchez. Carla Denise Bonilla. Let me get through it. Derek William Braxton III. Fabricio Jose Calarain Sanchez. Destiny Julie Carmona Fontanes. Melanie Cristal Clavijo. Elvis Cornea. Alfie Javier Cruz. Ciara Del Jesus. Michaela Corinne DeWitt. Emmanuel Diaz. DeJour Kanye Amir Dixon. Amari Doles. Davis Anthony Florian Salazar. Matthews Francisco Gutierrez. Roymel Garcia Montesino. Donnie Gonzalez. Peyton Chase Green. Angel Brion Arvello. Glendy Esperanza Herrera.
Syra Hopkins. Matthew Gio Infante. Christopher Jimenez. Aiden Gregory Jordan. Camila Marie Leve. Giselle Alexandra Lora. Alejandro Luna. Brian Amir McDonald. Nariah Renee McGriff. Wally Rafael Montesino. Stephanie Moreno Enriquez. Yara Mustafa. Nevaeh Neely. Dejaline Noesi. Adielis Nolasco. Ramses Nova. Gianni Tiffany Nuesi. Edwin Alexander Ortiz. Maya Janice Perdomo. Amber Guadalupe Perez. Yadira Ramirez Gomez. Ruth Estefany Rosa Molina. Alex Rosario. Amaris Rosario. Valeria Jaira Rosas Ayala. Josue Ruiz. Johnny Samuel. Amba Victoria Sanchez. Jessica Sanchez. Imran Smati. Tiara Renette Tate. Franklin Tavares. Joshua Vasquez. Brandon Jose Venezuela. Amy Esther Ventura Paredes. Stephanie Vicente Reyes. Lisbeth Marie Villafana. 9 Williams. And finally, Sienna Vanessa Williams. And next we have Bergen Arts and Science. Mr. City, Mr. Rivera, Mr. Michi on stage, and Mr. Ed Chensey to come read the names, please.
Let's go, Bergen! Ladies and gentlemen, here are graduates and diploma recipients. Evelyn Aguilar. Ahmad Al-Binu. George Alvarez. Aya Hussein. Xavier Amancio. Shana Aman. Mike Archila. Sarah Azevedo. Sebastian Varela. Yaida Ayub. Joel Bettencourt. Oliver Miawe. Webes Milani. Jan Washo. Jalen Bonilla. Camilla Borjas. Liana Brito. Trina Paterson. Michael Cesara Campbell. C2 C7. Alexander. Derek Post. Vinicius da Silva. Jeremiah East. David Exus. Andrew Elias. Maria Espiritu Santo. Jenna Fadu. Matthew Flores. Janelle Garcia. Janelle Guerrero. Henry Ginaconcha. Kiara Nicolas. Amari Henderson. Aitan Hussein. Valentina Michael. Taylor Jackson. Nadine Jamhur. Alexandra Jimenez. Jimenez for you. Mohammed Giddich. Miriam Giddich. Asper Jita. Jata. Jessica Coleman. Justin Kozakowski. Ashley Ramanda. William Yevgeny. Jonathan Mulligan. Jalen Marshall. Alicia Martinez. Angelis Matias. Isa Romero. Isabella Mesa. Select is a right Brianna Morales. Eileen Moran. Christian Musa. Emma Weir. Marian Hansenich. Alfred Rota. Julie Pena. Lacey Phillips. Jenna Diego. Manuel. Alessandra Joseph. Alessandra Ramoni. Justin. Axel Rodriguez. Alexander Science Mendez. Armin Saju. Elisa Seville. Diana Serrano. Omar Shalak. Jen Simon. Gabriela Spinelli. Demetrius Wolf. Alexis Solitaire.
I can please have a
Right, all right. After long waiting, here's the parliaments, and I always enjoy the celebrations with you guys. Now, first and most, all the board members, our faculties, and the staff members, with our families, friends, and most of all, the class six. Now, plus of all the things, may I ask you to stand up, stand, please? Yeah, one more time, for a huge round of applause. Now, having gone through all the requirements set forth by the state of New Jersey and iLearn boards, we concluded less than me by Board of Education. I proudly declare to you, graduates of Passaic, Paterson, and Bergen Arts and Science High School. Graduates, make sure you get to the work area. So can I have the stage as I do that? I can feel a way to my city. Graduates, at this time, you may turn your test from right to left. One, two, three. Your wish to get somewhere of contacts and thank you very much for being with us. Thank you.